Well, if I say Cobra, 90% of the population thinks of 427. Big horsepower, big flares, big wheels, 0 to 100, back to 0 in 14 seconds. That's what all the folklore was about. But the reality of the matter is the history that matters is made by the 289. In 1962, Carroll Shelby introduced this little monster, but it wasn't until he hit the racetrack that all the legend began. And let's face it, it was the team cars that won the 65 Manufacturers Championship. It was the team cars and the independent cars that won all the races all through North America. Sebring, Daytona, all the USSRC races, the SCCA was full of 289 Cobras. By the end of 1965, Shelby was almost out of the racing game as far as Cobras went. All the 427 race cars were run by independent cars. Well, as far as street cars go, it's the same story. The car that really works, even though that car has the big reputation, is the 289. I tell you, they're the most fun to drive. Well, the 289 Cobra has lots of power. It's a 271 hypo, but it's in a 2,500-pound car. So when somebody tells you that the 289 is a bit of a dog, when you come to a stop sign, and you can do this, I would say it's not much of a dog. The other nice thing about the 289 is it's a transverse leaf, and on paper, it shouldn't work as good as it does. But it was the car that won all the championships. Once they went to the coilover, technically you would think it would work better. They went to a bigger frame. You'd think it would work better, but for whatever reason, the 289 was just magic with this chassis. If you look at all the cars that go on the cruises, 90% of them are the slab-side Cobras. And then there's that whole sex appeal of the original car. Everybody started going through the roll bars and the hood scoops and the big flares like the SC and the full comp cars. But the reality of that, there was only a handful of cars built like that. There was 50 SC and competition cars altogether. The rest never came with those options. Now you have this whole trend where everybody's going back to the original feel, and it's the same with the small block Cobra. Anybody that put a roll bar in it is taking it out. Anybody that flared it are taking the flares off. Anybody that scooped it is taking it off. What they want is that stock original feel. It was this car that Shelby built his reputation on, and for good reason. The car was a blast to drive. It really did get up and go. It handled great. It did everything it should. It was a Corvette killer. You cannot compare a 63 Cobra to a 63 Corvette. There just isn't any. By far, one of the most favorite things you can do on any afternoon. The fact that the 289 Cobra was really the car that created all the history for Shelby is one thing. This car has its own history in its own right. It was the New York Auto Show car in 1965. It's been a one-owner car its entire life. That's right. One-owner car its entire life. The paperwork on this car is incredible. You have the canceled check, you have the original bill of sale, you have the finance papers, you have all the Shelby invoices. All of that, along with that originality factor, drivetrain in this thing has never been out. Original motor, original aluminum case, Borg Warner T10, original rear end, never been out of the car. Car's been painted, and that's about it. All the trim is original, the rest of the car is 100% original. The car's a late car, 2570, which means it has the Stewart Warner gauges, it has the side vents, it's got obviously the rack and pinion, it's got all of the updates you could ever want. When it comes to 289 Cobras, this is probably the one to own. One owner, great original condition with some beautiful patina, original drivetrain front to back. To me, this car is worth close to a 427 Cobra. It's worth around $700,000. And watch for the 289s to keep pulling on the 427s. A great 27 today is worth, say, $1 million. This one's $700,000. Used to be that a 427 was worth $1 million and a 289 was worth $500,000. You're going to see these keep pulling. They're just great cars to drive, and I think this is what the world wants.